Yo guys, what's going on? It's Icy Gamers here, and we got some brand new Duel Links leaks to go over today. So first off, we have an upcoming Chronicle border of Rainbow, an upcoming Chronicle text, green, purple. So finally, I don't know how you get these, but we'll have to find out on that. Hopefully they're easy to obtain. If not, maybe you have to get like top 100 for something like that. That would be pretty toxic, so we'll see. Potentially some adjustments to how the dual timer handles players leaving and the card trader skill exchange in the near future. This is pretty interesting. Dual timer handles players leaving, so I kind of liked the Duel Links timer not punishing you for having to go like run and do something. So I don't know how I feel about this. Like if you like had to go real quick to like grab something, or you probably shouldn't be doing this during like a game, but if it does happen, this could just be an auto loss. But the one benefit to this is no more timer stalling, but they could still timer stalling you by just clicking on their cards potentially. So I don't know if that really makes too much a difference. So we'll have to wait and see how this happens. Will they add more time as well? That could also be something to check out. Our first skill is the Pendulum skill. You can only use the skill second effect once per duel, adds Pendulum zones. Reveal up to 2 Pendulum monsters in your hand, then add a Pendulum monster for your deck to your hand, and if you reveal just one card, shuffle one card from your hand to your deck. So, I was thinking maybe DDDs, because they have like a few Pendulum cards. They got Armageddon, they got Savant Thomas, but they don't really have like a low Pendulum skill, and they're like low levels. I think like you want to use this skill with a deck that doesn't need a Pendulum summon. And that's why I was thinking DDDs, but it maybe might come up with something else. Like, originally I was thinking, Magispectors, but I feel like not getting the scales is pretty rough. You could search Bunbuku with it, though, so maybe I'll give it a shot with Magispectors, because then this can search you another scale. Is it worth that, though? I guess we'll find out. I'm definitely interested to try it, so... This is the big one here. This is a Yuya Yuri skill. You can only use the skill's second effect once per duel. After the beginning of the duel, add Pendulum zones up to your field. To your field. During the duel, you cannot normal special summon monsters, excluding from the extra deck. Any monsters except Magician, Pendulum monsters, Pendulum monsters? What? Pendulum monsters, Odd Eyes for 4 power, and Predaplant monsters. Okay. Interesting. Also, Odd Eyes Venom Dragon you control can attack your opponent directly. So... this card could be a problem here. So the reason why this card could be a problem is... that... you're not exactly locked from the extra deck, right? So there is some interesting things you could do potentially. Once per turn, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls until the end phase this card gains... one face of monster your opponent controls until the end phase this card gains attack equal to its attack, and if it does, this card name becomes that monster's original name, and replace this card's effect with that monster's effect. So you do have to target it. That is the monster effect. So I guess you could play around by just having like a set monster. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can special summon one monster for your Pendulum zone. If you do, place this card in the Pendulum zone. Must be fusion summon and then can be pendulum summon. So after it gets destroyed, you can pendulum summon it if you can pendulum summon a level 10. That'd be pretty hard to do, but maybe you can. Reveal one Odd Eyes card in your hand and set one Perform about Odd Eyes Resolver from your hand or deck. So this is going to be coming for sure, probably in the mini box. Once per turn, you can fusion summon one Dragon Fusion monster for your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. At the beginning of the damage step, if your Pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use the effect of Perform Power Odd Eyes Resolver once per turn. During the main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using this card you control as fusion material, as well as other monsters you control or cards in your Pendulum zone. So you place a Time Gazer Magician in the Pendulum zone, and you have Odd Eyes Resolver. So if you fuse these two, which is Odd Eyes Resolver and Time Gazer Magician, can that make... what are the requirements? One Starving Venom monster plus one Odd Eyes monster. So you won't be able to go into that quite yet. So I wonder what you're going to be able to make. It'll be very interesting to find out. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be maybe some mix with Predaplants. That'd be pretty cool to check out. Then we have Soul Burner and Flame Skill. At the beginning of Duel, create 2 extra copies of random summon great monsters in your extra deck for each link rating from 1 to 3. So a link 1, a link 2, and a link 3. We have not normal special summon monsters. So it's gonna be like Balinx, Heat Leo, or not Balinx, Heat Leo. Yeah, I guess it would be like Balinx, Heat Leo, and Sunlight Wolf. You cannot normal special summon, excluding special summons from the extract, any monsters except fire Cybers type monsters. Excluding special summons from the extra deck. So that does mean they can just make Underworld Goddess, so that is still a little toxic. And then on turn 2 onward, pay life points so you lose, so you only have 100 life left, and then draw 1 card. If you do it on turn 4 and onward, you draw 1 card for each 1,000 life points paid. So if you have like Hollow Life Barrier, you go first. I guess you have to go second. You go second, set Hollowed Life, then you go to turn 4, because your opponent will be turn 3. Then you can pay, you might have gained some life points with like Sanctuary, and then you'd be like at 5,000 or 6,000 potentially. You could pay the 1,000, draw, or pay the 1,000 down to 1, draw like 4 or 5, maybe, yeah, 4 to 5 cards. You have the key poor card is you have to survive that long, so I don't think this skill's going to be replacing the old solid skill unless this other solid skill gets very nerfed, but I don't see it happening. Now we have the Ancient Gear skill. You can only use the skill's second and third effects once per duel. You cannot normal special summon monsters, excluding special summon from the extra deck, any monsters except Earth Machine monsters. So it doesn't lock you into Ancient Gear monsters specifically, so you can summon other Earth Machines, so that means Machina is live with this deck. Reveal 1 Ancient Gear Golem, or 1 monster that mentions it in your hand, shuffle 1 card in your hand to the deck, then add an Ancient Gear monster from your deck to your hand. During a turn, your opponent activated a card or effect. Play 1 Ancient Gear Duel. I believe this card is actually released pretty recently. Ancient Gear Golem and monsters mentioned it in your monster zone are unaffected by opponent's activated monster effects. So it means it's unaffected by opponent's activated monster effects. If your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster that mentions Ancient Gear Golem from the extra deck by banishing monsters from the field or graveyard as material, including Ancient Gear Golem you control, and if you do, it can make up to 3 attacks during the battle phase. So that's pretty interesting. We'll see if Ancient Gears get some more support. That'd be pretty cool. And then we have a Spirit skill. Shuffle 1 non-Rock Spirit monster from your hand to the deck, then add 1 non-Rock Spirit monster from your deck to hand. Then if your opponent controls a monster, you can normal summon 1 non-Rock Spirit monster in addition to your normal summoner set. So that gives you 2 normal summons. If I just like look up spirit monsters can be pretty actually let me just put in spirit here. So there are a lot of spirit monsters. Obviously the skill locks you from the Amano because it's a rock, and this card is super toxic, so that is fair. We have these are all just warrior. So you can grab any of these cards. Oh, we do have Aritama and okay, Nikotama. So we have a good amount of spirit stuff. Obviously Dark Dust Spirit's pretty insane. It's just like a board wipe. When this card's normal summoner, flip face up, destroy all cards. Wait. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field, so it does destroy itself, though. Oh no, all other face-up monsters on the field. Never mind. So yeah, this card is actually pretty crazy. Maybe you could see some use in that. I think the interesting thing, of course, is that they bring out the Shino birds. Because if you guys have watched, if we do get Shino birds, if you guys have seen Master Saga, yeah, I believe it's Master Saga, DZ's series. Shino birds did insane. These cards are crazy if we do get them. Okay, if this card is Ritual Summon, you can return up to 3 monsters your opponent controls to the hand. Then you can special summon 1 level 4 lower spirit monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. So the thing with this, right, is it's non-target shuffle. It's basically like a Rainbow Dios effect. So it's pretty insane. You have to have something to deal with it. So there is a lot of different things Like, if this card, if Peacock comes, that's crazy. So, definitely very interesting. Let me know what you guys think of these skills. There's also a bunch of rush skills. I'm sure Tomato will get a video for you guys if you are interested in the rush skills, so make sure to look out for Tomato's video on those. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time.